Good morning, everybody. I thought I would do a little tour of my garden. Well, my yard. So, house, driveway. And I have a little bucket of impatience. Ignore the mess. Yard work is never done. And this is my flower garden in the middle of my yard. And things are blooming and coming right along. So, hanging pots. The little pink flowers are perennial geraniums. Irises are done, unfortunately. And I have to go back the other way. The big thing in the pot there is a dahlia, which has got buds on it, but no flowers yet. And that's a bee balm, which attracts hummingbirds. The white thing there is where is he? There it is. It's a Queen Anne's lace, and it's actually a weed. But here's a nice big tall one. I think they're cool, and butterflies love them. And then, of course, I have all kinds of lilies, and there's another lily. Also over here I have, you can see all the buds on these. When those bloom, those will be black-eyed Susans. And I have a perennial grass, which is right here. Doesn't have the little cattails on them yet. The little thing in the pot is a dianthus. And, of course, the ever-popular Stella daylily. The big tall thing here is an echinacea, which has a big flower bud on it. And, of course, peonies, which are more than done. And another little hanging basket, which has all kinds of little cool things in it. And down here is portulacas or moss roses, depending on what you want to call them. So yeah, that's my little flower garden there. And in front of the house, where you can kind of see my neighbor's yard, we kind of share a woodland garden. And I love this grass. It's a zebra grass, and it's kind of aggressive, but I think it's cool looking. This other thing, I don't remember what it's called. You can see this. It's buds, and it puts out these big spikes of red flowers, and it's really pretty cool. The red things are more bee balm. The yellow is can't think of the name of it. Totally lost it. Of course, daisies. There's a little tiny forsythia bush there. And these are all things that are finished, unfortunately. And I have a morning glory there that will cover up my gas meter. And this is a hydrangea, which is not yet in bloom. But I have another dahlia here, and that one's actually got some big, good-sized blooms on it. And then I have little pots of pansies. Don't look at the paint job. I know it needs paint. And then we come over here to my little area, and my little kitty cat, whom I love dearly. I have not planted those yet, so ignore the pots, but they will be planted in that bed. And this is my little path area along the side of the house, which I made. A lot of work. And all kinds of potted things here I end up having to bring in. over the winter and makes my house look like a big jungle. And it's a fuchsia. These things have the coolest flowers ever on them. Check these out. I just think they're cool looking. So I've had this fuchsia a long time. It's probably 6-7 years old. And this, which for some reason, it's called a trout begonia. And it's been in the house and I just brought it out. So it's still adjusting. But it will get big clusters of red flowers on it. And this other thing is a coleus, which I like. I like the color. It's kind of a splash color. And then over here is my little shade garden with all kinds of things in it. Nothing that really blooms, it's just green textures and shades. And now we're going to my backyard. And we have more old lilies. My poor rose bush that the winter tried really hard to kill this year. And I have a little pot of flowers there. Not lilies. These are daylilies. And these are getting ready to bloom. These things are called goosenecks because they kind of crook over when the flower buds come out. And the other thing is a, boy, what is that called? Cannot remember. But now we will go to my vegetable garden, which I've been attempting to weed. So, lettuces. I do have some onions on the other end. The thing in the little cage things there is peas. But these are all different kinds of lettuces. None of them had lettuces. And this is a morning glory. Oh, it's got a bud on it. It's getting ready to open up, it looks like. Yay. So that's the morning glory that goes over the trellis. Thing with the yellow flowers is actually one of the lettuces. I don't remember which one it is, but I just thought the flowers looked cool, so I left them. And I have a curly parsley. Those are not cabbages. They're Brussels sprouts. If you've never grown your own Brussels sprouts, you don't know what you're missing. In the back there with the stakes is sunflowers. Not traditional sunflowers. Oh, and towards the back there with the big huge leaves, that's rhubarb. Kind of gone wild. And tomatoes. Lots of tomatoes. I planted some beans down at the other end, but just a couple days ago, so they're not up yet. And then of course I have berries. Raspberries here. Off in another part of the yard there's some black caps, which are like black raspberries that kind of grow wild. And then I have some actual black berries somewhere. So, yes, this is my yard.